Alright. So let's go to Starter's Labyrinth. Ninth floor. Let's at least get to the 10th floor, and then from there on out we'll figure out the what and how. So I think once we try to go over floor 10, it will give us like another boss fight. It's an anime game. Like, the story is completely the same as the anime, practically.
Let's go.
Up to the character arcs on out. I'm on full autoplay. I do want to say that. I don't actually do combat myself right now. I tend to stay on full autoplay, although I can switch away from full auto.
My turn.
That one, please. So a pink arrow means it's a weak point of the enemy, which means you practically do more damage. Orange / yellow arrow just means normal damage. But for one personal convenience, I tend to just stay on full auto. Unless it's a boss fight, those I tend to actually do myself. Yeah, there's more angles based. But you also can't have multiple groups of star children in like certain positions. You can have the main character on the or like any position. The star children really have to watch out and like not be on each other's spots. But like I said, I tend to be in full auto because it's actually, for me, more convenient. Also, I really should edit that message on the board, because that message is incorrect.
My turn.
That's also an autoplay can do. It can just give the right attacks whenever.
There.
Just sometimes it targets the wrong enemy first. Or it targets multiple enemies at the same time. This is very early on in the game. So this game consists out of 13 labyrinths. Well, 4 main labyrinths, which is based on the seasons, and then every how do you call it? Every labyrinth splits up into 3 separate labyrinths. I'm still doing the first labyrinth. I'm still doing Aries in that sense. Also, all these star children, right now, they seem like they're actually getting there in level. In
Let's go.
Probably less than an hour, I need to actually replace one of them. Already. Because they all have like a max level, and the further you get of the Maidens, the higher the maximum level is from the one you generate at that point. So right now, these star children have like a maximum level of 20, somewhere between 10 and 20. So once you reach a max level, they just won't level up anymore. You can't get them to go stronger. And I just have to get rid of them eventually. Practically, but the new kit is going to be level 1 again, and you do actually have to restart the leveling up again. Chain drive, aka we should be getting more experience or something. Okay, we're not getting more experience because it happened at the very end. Alright, let's see. If I can get to the next floor of the labyrinth. Book of Bolt. I don't have a thief with me. So that thing is just staying closed. Right, so that's all energy. Or, generated. This is all generated from a series of settings. So every dungeon is different. Every dungeon, like it sometimes feels the same. Alright, here we go. But every dungeon is just different, and that's actually pretty handy. Yeah, practically. I haven't really played Persona 4, but I have seen things about it. I need to go to the inn very quickly. And then go to Team Edit. So I have 29 stars run at the moment. I'm going just through this list. You can see the top left, it actually says level, and then /19, 19, 16, 24. Yep, that's practically what's happening here. 1915. So once these actually level up, I can give them their independence. I could practically already do that to like one if I want to. Sure, let's actually give Becky here independence, because you know what? She only gets to level 19. I want level 20 or higher eventually, so
Here goes.
this shouldn't do a lot. Oh yeah, that did almost nothing. Practically, when you give a child independence, your city level can actually go up. Experience in the bottom right. When it happens, it levels up, and it levels up either one of these places: the day camp, scavenger, or the gift shop. I think usually the normal shop has levels as well. Not sure, because I think that might only be a Conception 2 feature. There's also Labyrinth that we were just in. There's the Palace, which doesn't really do anything.
Hello. Looking.
This is just flat out information that I don't need anymore at this point. Like, I have seen these options at some point. It doesn't tell me at this point.
Please do not hesitate to ask whenever a question strikes your mind.
Because this is a different save file than half a year ago. You can also rest, which I'm not going to do because that will actually forward to week ones. Stargold Academy. Let's have actually a conversation. I'm actually looking as well, like, at who needs a conversation the most. I think Acarius, Colette. Now at this point, I have actually played through the storyline already for every character that is open up to this point.
Collect.
So none of this is voiced anymore from the characters. And I'm only going to get very simple conversations.
Right. No. I
No.
Okay, that was one of the conversations where literally nothing matters. Because there is no actual choice in it. Some conversations, even some of the random ones, actually kind of choices.
Yuzuha.
The games that I usually play don't have these conversations in here, and this is something that is very major in the game because this actually gives you bond points, and bond points you use to actually get the Star Children with.
No.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's definitely correct.
Huh?
So there are usually choices in the conversations that will actually either make them happier, sadder, or worse your relationship with them. In general terms, you want to keep them as happy as possible, so that starts you even better in that sense. This might
No.
choice. Okay, now I've actually had this conversation in the past. From this one I know. And then Gemini just to Gemini things up.
Oh.
Ask you something. This is something that I've also seen like in the past hour. Different matters of fortune telling. So the game, so Conception 2 had better side conversations in that sense. Those always had an option in them. I've actually seen this one as well. Usually what I do now is just go to the charts and actually get Star Children ready. And we're starting off with Lilith because it's actually her mom. So Matroiskas, you use those to actually generate Star Children with. And it could be different ones. Some create better strength, some create other aspects like speed, or attack, luck. It's a lot of different things that they can actually handle.
Here goes.
That's a mood up. So it's Bruka's month afterwards. There is a chance we could... Oh, okay. There's not just a chance, it just happened. What siblings? Well, we just got 2 babies in that sense. It happens. 2 children. And... Sure, Mahiru, Virgo. Thief. Let's do Cleric. Well, we've done everything we can, so back to the Labyrinth. The only part about the Labyrinth is that it will actually skip you down an entire... what is it called again? It will skip an entire week for you. So instead of using the rest option, I tend to just go into the Labyrinth and just do like 1 or multiple floors in there. Also, since this is floor 4, enemies on this floor usually are not strong enough anymore, which means we just instantly defeat them. And that is both a good and a bad thing. That was my choice for Vitality. Being able to instantly destroy them does help me in terms of time. It also gives less experience. As in, it gives the experience that would normally give, but finding the monsters that are stronger obviously give more experience. Let's get out of this and let us heal up so we can go to floor 5. Alright, 3 doors. I tend to also not use or just walk past. They just let you tend to trade in like an item. Which could be handy at times, but usually I don't even bother because I tend to not get the best of items anyway, so... Right. So Slops actually is stream mode automatically. But since I switched program, that doesn't happen anymore right now. Alright, floor 6. Enemies here should be a tad harder, so I shouldn't instantly destroy them. Nope, there we go.
Don't let your guard down.
Also, I do tend to like seeing the combat. Even if it's not as fast as just instantly defeating enemies. Alright. There might still be enemies here that we can actually instantly defeat. I'm not sure. I think the main character and the eventual Star Children all have like the maximum level of 99. That was the case in Conception 2, and I'm guessing it's still the same in here. Alright, 2 leveled up. Yeah, so Sarah is now level 14, which is her max level. Extra animations? Yes and no.
Let's go.
So this could be an insta-kill, but some enemies do tend to actually attack or be faster. Like if the enemies don't get a turn at all, then it should be an insta-kill. The B is now defeated. A is going to move. Either move or try to attack. Okay, it moved. It still got a chance though. And that's why it doesn't count an instant kill. Oh yeah, I took conversation as well. But it's the fact that enemy got a turn to move. That's why it's not an instant kill. Yeah, it happens. It kills off the turn of the main character, which usually in like the easy dungeons doesn't really matter. In like the later ones, and especially during boss fight, oh, for fuck's sake. Well, that was a trap. Yeah, usually in the later ones, then it's really like, do I really want to open this or not? Usually it's a no at that point for me.
Don't let your guard down.
As long as it's a boss fight, or one of the like higher dungeons that don't actually open them at all. But I just continue on with the fight. Also, I'm not sure, but I've... Still water in my glass. When it gets to this one... It does feel like that's how it goes. Let's see. Alright, next floor. They can actually call you in the middle of a dungeon as well. Just when you're randomly walking. Although I haven't seen that happen a lot. This just is locked and I don't have a thief with me. That might change. Alright, this one is smart. Alright. That was an instant kill.
Not good enough.
Also, I think at this point I've actually accumulated enough star children to really use other systems as well. Which is the leveling up system that is outside of the labyrinths. Because the more I can send to independents, the better it is for me, obviously. Alright, there we go, that one's down. Those chain drives start as well. If it's chain drive level 2, then you actually get more experience and such. That's a bow. This extra health. Oh yes. Alright, this one still attacks.
Don't let your guard down.
Stream that. What? Well done. I mean, thank you by the way, Justin, for the follow. Also, ooh, good grief. Okay, I'm actually going to have to work on that as well because that was too big. That was just the text practically. It wasn't even the animation anymore. Right, somebody did actually level up. Beautiful. Continue to the next floor. From here on out, we can also go back. Escape from labyrinth. I don't want to escape. Let's first go to the inn and let us team edit independence. Alright, Sarah.
Here goes.
Goodbye.
You're now independent. Recommend. Yeah. I mean, this entire land of Grindvania is threatened by the Stardust Labyrinth. Apparently there's a Stardust Gold in there, like an Impurity Gold. And our character is the only one who can fight it. Stockholm Academy. I think this is where I need to start. Actually. That's okay, don't worry.
Welcome.
Right, the day camp. I can drop somebody off that is... level 24, level 23. It's a level 22s and 4s. Maybe I should actually bring it to the max level. Alright, drop off. Any character that has like level 24 as max, I can practically drop off. This way, I don't even take them to the dungeons with me at all.
Welcome.
So this is a system I really need to get used to, because usually this doesn't use new star children. There we go. Usually this system would use up star children that have already gone.
Come again.
That we already sent away, so... Alright, the academy is the next step. Lilith is done after this conversation. Oh, she's Lily at this point, sure.
Lily.
Huh? All right.
Bombers with Lilith in the hat. Okay, already had one. She's now max. Right, Rione. I know she's being low. So this also has 12
Welcome.
main girls as characters. There's actually a 13th that we don't see at all right now.
Maybe I should take a break. Oh, I have an apple here. Would you like one?
There's also one of the main character conversations.
Yes, he loved apples. Whenever I made baked apples for him, he would eat so many. Thanks to that, baked apples are the only thing I'm really good at cooking. Speaking of which, I never told you who he is. Though I think you understand who that boy is by now.
The last God's gift, question mark?
But only if you're not more dense than I think you are. Take a look at it. Who do you think the boy in the photo is?
Oh. Your boyfriend, question mark? I was correct. Okay.
Oh, I didn't expect that from you. I see. So that's how you see it. That makes me happy.
So if pink hearts actually happen from that answer, you actually got the answer right. If it's blue hearts, then you completely blew it. If no real reaction from the button, then it's just an okay reaction.
It seems you see me as an individual woman.
It's not.
No, he's my younger brother.
Okay, it wasn't the right answer. It was still the answer that makes her the happiest then. I think that's not how it works. It's sometimes quite weird how it works.
He was the only family I had in the world.
Oh?
That happens.
I had one, to be exact. He died from an illness when he was around your age. He was such a good brother to me. You don't have to look so sad. It's all in the past.
Eek.
So, how about that apple? I'll peel it for you if you want. Or do you want me to make applesauce out of it and feed it to you?
Ooh. What about baking it? What's the answer that makes it happiest? Alright, good.
Huh? Oh, sorry. The way you said it was almost exactly like my brother. That was so surprising. That made me jump for a second.
That's so?
That was nearly identical. It made me think for a second that my brother was back. Oh, I'm sorry. There's no oven in here. For today, I hope you're fine with a regular apple.
Wow.
Maybe I'll make you a baked apple next time. The apple wasn't that good, was it? It wasn't ripe yet, huh? Sorry about that.
No.
You're too kind. Either way, I'll make you something nice to eat next time as an apology.
Food.
I do need you to get your nutrition.
Can't wait.
Yes, do come again. It's a nice change of pace talking to you. I welcome you at any time.
So this will be a third conversation with her, which means... Oh my! Okay, I've completely filled out the entire circle. Right. Faroon, you're next.
Faroon.
Oh,
That's right.
oh. Right.
I feel that.
Wait. Huh? Hold on. Wait a sec. Huh?
Yeah. I think Sora, as that the normal world's called, is really, really scary, I guess.
Do now.
Uh-huh.
Yes, he and one other character. So Mahiru is the childhood friend of the character. They both start on the rooftop of school. She, quote unquote, feels pregnant. She only talks to my character, and then the sky just falls apart and they pretty much get sucked in. They end up in a labyrinth, quote unquote labyrinth. She spits out a impurity, which is one of those monsters. Your character fights it, and afterwards you get out, and then you really get into the story of Grandvania. I do actually need to talk to Mahiru, so...
Yes. Well?
That's so?
The one on Sora.
Anyway.
And I can only go back to Sora once everything here is dealt with.
Thank you.
Well? Uh-huh.
No.
Also, the main character's parents have passed away, and her parents have practically taken him in from like a young age, like 5 or something, if I'm correct.
Mahiru.
Right, where is the next one? Libra.
Mirai.
Uh-huh.
I see.
This is interesting. I thank you.
Research? Oh wow, I was actually right on that one. That was actually the best reaction.
Yes, that's right. Of course. But... hmm?
Practically, yes.
No.
Uh-huh. Got it.
Alright, so that's that. Let's go to the church and let's get more star children. There's about 8 more characters that don't have maxed yet.
Here goes.
With Lilith. Ooh, Magic Knight. This one that I haven't had before, so getting a Magic Knight is really important. Not because they're strong, but mainly because I never had them. Why is it grayed out? Simply because it's a new Star Child for me. Like I haven't had the merchant before, or any of these question marks. The ones I had before, those are well, characters not grayed out, and if I can't actually get them, the names are just grayed out. Like for this one, I'm missing just about 16 tech, which happens. Let's get a monk.
Nice to meet you.
And a cleric again.
I'll do my best.
Alright, that was all the bond points that I had. In the inn, how many star children do I have? I got 30 out of 45. So if I go to the tavern,
How's it go?
submit. I'm going to need the money for this. So bond shards in comparison to health potions, bond shards practically, if an entire group dies out, you can practically resurrect them with that. There are certain characters that actually get that as a special attack, or special as like an SP thing. But I tend to also like stack up on the items. And I don't need anything in the shop. Just Labyrinth again. Let's conquer at least floor 9. Let's go for floor 10. Yes. That was actually the right word. My brain sometimes just stops working in the middle of my sentences.
Let's go. Eat this.
Alright. Let's get this horse and let's actually get the other two enemies as well instantly. Also in Conception 2, all of the teams are... Well, you got like 2 main characters, because that one only has 7 girls, but they can actually help you in labyrinths. That's the first. And the 3 small teams, like the 3 star children teams, can only have 3 children per group instead of 4. Alright, there we go. The door's here. Also, I'm practically now in running mode. Am I going to care about enemies? I want to at least get to the next floor. Let's see. Bottom. I want to at least get to the next floor. Instantly finds the teleporter. Sure. Alright, floor 10. Last floor until... They do actually sometimes notice. If they get a little... That, for instance.
Let's go.
It's something to do with like the angle of the terrain and like distance and such.
Now.
Practically, yes. Alright, chain drive, which means that literally both the enemies are being pushed back in the timeline. Which is actually something good about this game in comparison to the other game. The other game only did the chain drive to the enemy that was being chain drived and not towards every enemy. Also, there's chain 7. Jesus. Go bonus, instantly 51 experience. Hot damn. Learn pickpocket. Alright, so Aaron? Ein is now 15. I need to already get rid of 2. Also, let's very quickly just use this for once. One short sword? Sure. Oh, that's right, we got in the place for it. They're banner wars. It just means that they can get a random item from the enemy. It's not an attack I tend to use, as it also doesn't really do a lot of damage. A feeling of dread fills the air. Proceed. Outside of battles, it doesn't work.
Mana. All right, let's go.
Please.
Don't let your guard down.
Strike them down.
Alright, good. From... Right, both sides are good actually.
Next up.
Actually, it has 2 helpers. That's practically what happens, yes. Alright, so we are dealing with 2 more enemies. Oh, actually. Ooh. This system is a lot easier in this game as well, so... Mechanite, it's one of the systems that you don't usually use a
Next
lot.
up.
It's actually one of the more painful things to do in a game. Also, our main character is actually getting absolutely hammered in damage.
My turn.
Yeah. Practically, at least. Ooh, okay. Okay, so this was a chain drive on just this enemy. Right, in 3 turns time, the mech unit's going to wear off, but we should be done before.
Next up. Go!
Here goes.
Alright, there we go. And use Poison Garver.
My turn. So,
Alright, that went pretty well actually.
stronger by the minute.
Stronger. 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 Oh.
Deep part of floor B10 in the Spring Labyrinth. Where we can go to Aries, Taurus, and Gemini.
Now then.
That's right.
Oh. Hmm.
No.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Right.
Oh.
Hey,
Huh?
hey.
Oh, sweet nothing, Sol.
Wow, Mana. Wow.
That's right.
Huh? Hmm.
So for all the characters, Mana is the biggest perv in the entire series.
I see.
Mana is the same way in the anime actually.
I understand.
Painfully enough.
Indeed.
Okay, drinks and blankets ready. Flower View is in season in Grandvania.
Oh?
Well, about that.
Alright, let's go to the shop, because apparently...
Welcome.
Oh right, shop has increased now in items. But they only increased in very certain things.
Come again.
Alright, scavenger.
Welcome.
Okay, that was worthless. We only got 2 potions. They camp, how are they doing?
Welcome.
Level 4/5. Alright, sure.
Come again.
Let us go to the Starcraft Academy and actually do the conversations again.
Wait.
Alright. Luckily, mana only ever comes on whenever we... This is a conversation I haven't had before. Good.
You...
No.
Right, some conversations do actually come during this as well. Deity, ooh. So in this game, it means that they can just read minds whenever they touch someone's forehead and such. Actually, I've had this phone conversation with her before.
Mahiru.
That conversation has already been done. Oh no, you're fucking kidding me. So if the game returns a black screen, like it does right now, it crashed. So, please. How to save doesn't exist in this game. Please. My heart. Jesus. I just have to press right click for some reason.
Oh, hi.
No. Oh?
Yes. Great job.
Huh?
Yes.
It can't be.
Alright, have a good time eating.
No.
I need to actually get some food as well after this. Because when Colette talks, it's always about fucking bread. And I'm hungry because of her.
Huh? Now then.
Alright, Farun.
Then
Hey. Nice.
Oh, okay. So if you pick up the phone message, wow. Okay. No. That's actually good, because the other game didn't have that. Let's get some more Star Children. Church. Well, that's a merchant character. Welcome back.
Here goes.
I just got the merchant, so I'm actually getting some when I get to Star Children. Just a fighter. Good enough.
Here goes.
And a postal worker. Let's try this out. Don't get bonked so easily, so... And a cleric, please.
Nice to meet you.
Right, back to actually saving. Let's do that for a change of pace. We're already level 12, Jesus.